This episode on
Artists Get Game. Hello, friends. Welcome to Artists Get Game, a video podcast by Brazen Jester Studios. Today, we are meeting on the unceded ancestral lands of the Lheidli T'enneh, on whose lands we live, work, play, and create here in Prince George, British Columbia. Today, we are going to be playing a game of Tsuro with Cindy Larson Marcotte and Akash Chan.
Hello.
Did I say that correct?
Chand.
And Akash Chand. Cindy, before we get started, tell us a little bit about yourself and your connection to the arts.
Oh my goodness. Well, I was in Groupe de Jour in the Pucks. We toured and played across Canada for about 25 years. We recorded 4 CDs, had a lot of national and international airplay, had a wonderful time touring with our kids, all the different festivals and soft cedar concerts all over BC, Alberta, and Western states. And that led me to, with Groupe de Jour, the Pucks, I should say that. We did a video here with the National Film Board of Canada, who came and videoed Across the River and Domino, 2 pieces off our first CD. And we were invited to open for the Crash Test Dummies at the Commonwealth Games, which, let me tell you, had us levitating for weeks in fear and wonderment and pure joy. And we were the only group, I'm really happy about this, that had a video, and that was of Across the River, about the environmental areas here, just the care and the love for this area of the province. And they showed it on the Jumbotron screens at the Commonwealth Games while we had 100,000 people watching.
Oh my goodness, that's so
cool.
So that kind of pole vaulted us onto more of a national stage. We were the little band that, who the heck are you band? And probably the little band that shouldn't have, and we're up there with all these big name people. So everybody was fascinated. We handed out like 500 Groupe de Jour Running with Scissors t-shirts, and we got interviews from everybody you can possibly imagine. And we ended up being the unofficial ambassadors for all the Commonwealth artists that were in the area. And so let me tell you, the jam sessions after the evening concerts were epic. I probably have 5 hours of video. And we met a lot of people, and it just kind of snowballed from there. So all our traveling and touring was just the momentum that was created by being a resident of Prince George. In fact, recording our first CD was kind of interesting because there was a group of theater people here in Prince George that decided, you need a CD. So they started a trust fund, and they started holding fundraisers, and we would go and play. And the seed capital was there to record our first CD. So here we are, beautiful British Columbia. Prince George, British Columbia is a great supporter of the arts. So then as we moved along, I got involved in the Prince George Community Foundation, the Festival of Trees, volunteering, stuff like that. And that kind of led me to, with other various organizations that I volunteered for, was a 2-term stint on the BC Arts Council representing the northern part of the province. And I just timed out from, how many years? 7 years on the Symphony Board, Prince George Symphony Board.
Wow.
So right now, and also we were in lots of plays, musicals with Judy Russell's Enchaînement's dance studio. So did a lot of theater, dancing. So yeah.
Good.
That's amazing.
That's very exciting. I'm excited to hear more as we play our game.
Me too, yeah.
And Akash, what have you got?
Nothing as extensive as that. So I started learning music, how to play piano when I was just like a kid, but it never really became a serious thing until a few years ago. I was asked to be in a band, and I was like, yeah, I would love to do that. And it just went from practicing to writing our own songs, and then I got more involved in writing the songs, and then we released a single, and it did pretty good. It's called Trip. We were under the name Ice Cold Mood at that time. And then we lost some members, we gained a new drummer, we changed our name. A year went by and we released a CD. And then the band broke up, they just didn't want to do it anymore. But I had the itch at that point. And now I'm just making as much music as I can. And yeah, that's it. I'm doing it because I love it. I haven't planned like performances or anything yet. But I hope to.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of which, I think it's time we start our game.
Okay.
Okay, so the game we're playing today is called Tsuro, and it's a pathfinding game. So if you would like to put your character on one of these little dots at the side, and then we can get started. You're picking where you want to start.
I think I do like this spot here.
Yeah.
I think I kind of like that.
Okay, and then how do we want to decide who goes first?
Host leads the way.
Okay, I'll go first. I can go first. You want to not show me your tiles? Because you might be able to trick me.
Okay.
Okay. So, what do I want to do? So I put my tile down, and then my little dude goes.
And then you draw a new one?
And then you draw a new tile. And then it's your turn.
Let me see. Well, looks good.
So while she's going, what was your favorite thing about working? Oh, you need to connect it to where you started.
Where I
What
started.
was your favorite thing about working in a collaborative group?
I really liked just getting input from everyone because everyone's additions just changed the song overall, and like ideas that I had that were kind of half-baked that I brought to the band were just like transformed into more complex, complete, more fleshed out musical ideas. And that just really helped me just gain an appreciation, I guess, for how songs are made and constructed.
Oh, cool. That's really awesome.
And jamming is just so much fun.
Yes.
I really love it.
The best.
I'm going to place this one here, move down to there.
I have to admit, I personally am very new to the concept of jamming. I grew up in a very classical music. You learn the music and then you play the music and you perfect the music sort of environment. So when I actually became an elementary school music teacher, I started learning how to jam on an ukulele. So.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, that's
so much fun.
The plan this year is to learn the ukulele.
Ah. There we go.
Dan had bought me a beautiful Epiphone ukulele for Christmas. Oh, where am I going? Eek.
Oh, you get to draw another tile.
Oh, I do?
Yep, every time you play a tile, you get to draw a tile.
Yay. Okay, that might help. Where's that little road there?
So you're
okay.
This one.
And it has to completely side by side, does it not? No.
But you don't want it to run off the path that you're on. You don't want it to run off the board.
Okay. This is more complicated than it appears. Because it's got to match. Because there he is, right there. I think I'm in trouble. Here, let me see here. I think it might. Okay. Okay, so I'll go up there now.
Yep. Okay. So, Cindy, in your introduction, you spoke about being really involved in a lot of really amazing opportunities that were made possible by being from Prince George or being from the North. What do you find inspires you the most about being from Prince George as a musician or creatively?
I guess I have to go back to when we actually became a group. It was an accidental group.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah, it really was. Was the fact that we didn't have the influence and the constraints of living in the big city. So it was whatever we had lying around the house. And I mean that seriously, for instruments, is what we decided to use for instrumentation. I happened to have an African drum at the time, and Lloyd had a sousaphone as well as a bass. And I played some harp, and Murray had guitar. It was obviously the guitarist, he was principal songwriter, and played harp as well. And so the music that we were writing, and especially the stories coming out of northern BC, were from experiences. And we just found that as our music progressed and we became more involved in the participation of putting the music structure together, et cetera, and coming up with the tunes, is we found kind of lighthearted and fun ways to present stories of mainly the northern part of this province. So I think it was that living up here, I don't know as we'd been given the opportunities that we had, if we'd been just, small fish in a big pond. So I think we were very fortunate that way.
Okay. That sounds really lovely. And if you ever get writer's block or are feeling creatively stuck,
Yeah.
how does our local, like, does the local landscape help you in any way or inspire you? How do you get unstuck?
Oh,
I would love
wow.
to as well.
Um, I think sometimes when, Murray has a different way of writing music than I do, and Lloyd does. I think that for Murray, it's just like, I think he just delves into it, whereas I'll take a walk, I'll think about something, I'll be driving in the car.
Mhm.
I think you just have to really allow yourself the opportunity to step back, relax, and not stress about it. That's the big one. Like, I have to write a song in 15 minutes.
Mhm.
Like, sometimes you can.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
remarkable if something like that happens. But for the most part, you're always rewriting and rewriting because we're never ever satisfied as artists with what we're doing ever. I think that it's just a matter of just letting it flow. Like, you'll be thinking about some experience you had,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden you go, I never thought of that as being a song material, but why not? You
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
it really, there is no particular formula, but just
Mhm.
relax and let it flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. It is your turn.
Ew. Trouble abounds. Where are we here? Will that work or not? It might. Ooh, I think it does. Bingo.
And how about you? If you, as a singer-songwriter, when you get writer's block or you're just trying to do something, you're just trying to force it to happen and it's not happening, what do you do to sort of step back or find those creative sparks again?
That's something I've been struggling with quite a
Mhm.
bit recently. It's really difficult to
Mhm.
just like force yourself to be inspired.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've just been taking walks, trying to get out in nature more often.
Perfect.
Mhm.
I was just like paddle boarding the other day. It's just that's been really nice and relaxing. Um, I don't really have a good answer for it. I try to
Mhm.
do just something new as well,
Mhm.
change my perspective. I had really bad burnout for like a few months recently, and that's my new song has been like delayed 3 or 4 months because
Mhm.
of that. But I think just taking a break from it for a
Mhm.
while helped as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have a great answer. Just
Well,
keep
That
trying.
sounds like a pretty good
that's
answer to me.
good. Everybody that I've ever talked to has a different answer for that question. So I'm just always curious as
Yeah.
to what
Hmm.
that answer will be.
If I
Yeah.
may,
Yeah.
you said you suffered from burnout for a few months, which can certainly happen. Have you ever thought of writing a song about that? Because that people can relate to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll give it a
Yeah.
try maybe for my next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do it to your punk pop feel too.
Yeah, I feel like that would serve it
I
pretty
think
well.
burnout's an awesome title, actually.
Oh my goodness.
That is a cool title. I like
Yeah,
that.
burnout.
Okay, so we're getting to that point in this game where whatever I connect to could send me out of the game. So I got to be careful
Oh, because you
Oh,
can
I forgot I need
because
another
go on
I'm
the
towel.
other paths. I
connecting
see.
to Cindy's path now.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going
And you have
to
to follow it to the end.
past you there.
I
Because
see.
depending on how I put that down, it could have sent me right back to the beginning.
I see.
I think I'm okay.
It,
Like I said, we'll probably play a couple
Okay.
games, maybe a best of 3.
this is kind of fun.
It is.
Oh, where do I want to go now? I think I'll get out of your way. So I'll just do that and I'll go up there. Perfect.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to just stay in my own little island over here.
Oh, I don't think we're
Well,
gonna
look
have
at
to let
you.
that to happen. Hmm.
Ah, he's linear.
Oh, that's the wrong way.
Another name for a song.
Mhm.
I find that I think of song titles or like album titles or band names all the time, but I when I go down and like sit down to write about
Yeah.
that, I just nothing comes up.
Mhm.
I found the best like lyrics or music that I've written is just from unassuming times. I just sit down to noodle or practice.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, hey, that sounds kind of cool. This sounds cool. What if I put this kind of melody on it or drums that did like that?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Experimentation. That's where the best
Hmm.
ideas can come from. I don't know. I find when I'm feeling burned out or feeling the most inspired in the past for me has been if I'm starting a new class or a new course, because I'm one of those perpetual learners and I always seem to have to be learning something new. Um, I really like break time, and I just will find a break. I'll always take my ukulele or my Merlin, and I'll just sit down and I'll just write. It's like the act of learning for me makes me more creative. So I find my creative outlet through that, or new songs anyway. It's your
I'd
turn.
like to hear what you've done. You've been holding out on me.
Oh, my songs sound very much like songs written by an elementary school teacher, I think.
Well, there was a niche for that one, Sharon. You
There
know
is.
that.
Yes. Okay, so it is your turn, Cindy.
Now what do? Okay, I look like I'm going into forbidden territory here. I might just have to be brave about it and just go for it. What am I doing? You gotta be careful, Sin. All roads lead off the board. That's not a good thing. I see. Oh, is that a winner? No. Nope. Hang on.
Just got to keep track.
Okay.
Of each
Well,
path
I'm
you're on.
going to do that because at least I've got some room. So, okay.
Oh, you were right here.
Oh,
So
sorry.
you get to go.
Oh,
up
I get to go
here.
up there. Even better.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got lots of
Perfect.
space over there.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna play this one,
Story of my life here.
and I slide all the way down to here.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, right. Yeah, you can go backwards.
Well, that's the way his loop went. The path that he
Yes. Right.
went. Okay. Now I am in trouble. I think the only way for me to go is
Hey, I
at
don't
the
like
gate
that.
right now. Hmm. Oh, maybe I'm okay.
Well, that's a cool one.
I think I have to stay on that path.
It's a scary place to be.
It is a very scary place to be. I'm almost off the board. Oh dear. Oh, okay, Cindy, it is your turn.
Alrighty. Well, I seem to be traveling up that trail, so I think I'll just continue on. See where it takes me. Now there. Okay. Guys.
So, when you were performing with your band, do you have any funny stories that are age appropriate for PGG rating? Just interesting things that happen while you're performing?
One thing I think that was really funny at a show one time, we were playing a Halloween show at the Omni Art Center, and we decided to do a band costume, and we all dressed up as the members from the Scooby-Doo gang. And my costume was Scooby-Doo, so I had just a big onesie, I had like paws covering my hands and a huge fluffy head in front of me, and I remember just trying to like jump around and play shows, and the costume was like pulling my arm down and blocking my view, and I thought that was pretty fun. It was a good memory for me,
Oh, that is fun.
just being a fool on stage. It's a lot of
Oh,
fun.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
I think the people really liked it, so
Sure.
that made me happy.
Sure.
Oh, that's good. Everything okay?
He's just getting the cord.
I know he is. You're checking things.
Well, I wasn't seeing the red dot.
Oh, okay.
so-
Thank you. Sorry, he just had to interrupt for a sec.
It's going right.
Okay, so Cindy, it is your turn.
Oh boy. Okay. Now I have to get really creative about this, don't I? Now, where do I want to go? Well, I think I'm going to head in your direction. Oops.
Yep.
Yep. There I am.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm gonna try this here and zoom out and then over this way.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice. Nice save, because otherwise all roads led off the board.
It's getting kind of scary for me now.
I'm getting really concerned, but I think I might have just managed to save myself. I'm in the right direction now. Okay. So, Cindy, how about you? Do you have any funny moments I know
Well.
it. When we were in The Sound of Music, we definitely had some fun as nuns
Yes.
backstage. I do know that, but
Oh boy. Oh boy, what comes to mind? Because there's been a lot of funny moments on stage.
Mhm.
Like, I think that probably not being able to get out of a costume and in another one, and I'm supposed to go on stage and it's over my head and everybody's trying to dress me back there. I'd have to say, as far as performing arts, that one was probably pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And another one was the boys love to tell this story, and so I'm outing it. Is we were on stage and both Murray and I play harmonica.
Mhm.
And anyway, sometimes you throw your harmonica in a glass of water to keep the reeds nice and moist.
Mhm.
I didn't realize that Murray had dropped his harmonica in my glass. And I was grabbing a glass of water and I grabbed it and clank. And it's gross. Honey, everybody's laughing. I'm
Oh, no.
horrified. Just had the crowd going. I think it was a tension release too. But yeah, I would have to say that probably sticks out in my mind.
Yeah, I could definitely understand that. Okay, so I think it's your turn again.
Okay, alrighty. Well, I think if I'm smart, I will. Oh, that's not the right one. Okay, I need one that has got a short end on it.
That one works.
This one?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, because I need to get out of the predicament I'm in. Whee! I'll put that down there. Okay, sorry, didn't mean to distribute
No,
tiles.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this is
Oh,
dangerous.
this is getting scary for me. I think this might be one of the only things I can do. I'll go up this way. But that leaves my fate in your hands.
Yes, it does. Because if I have to connect that tile, where is it going to send you? Oh, dear.
Yeah, I have to tell you, playing in costumes is a pretty interesting situation, especially if you don't think it through.
Yeah, I had no forethought at all. I was
Oh,
like, oh, I'll
boy.
just order this giant onesie, huge fluffy head. Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, like wearing a big belly, like a big chubby guy, but you've got congas in front of you and you can't get close to him now. That's interesting too.
Okay, I think I'm taking you out of the game.
Oh, no.
No, I'm taking myself out of the game. I put that down wrong. Like I had a plan. How did it go? Here. No, I messed up. I just took myself out of the game. Doo-doo-doo.
Really?
I
Oh,
did.
no.
See, because I was here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go, and I'm off the board.
Oh,
But now I connected you.
And I
And you
go, oh, I might also go off the board.
Cindy wins the
Hey.
first round of
Wow, that's
Tsuro.
your luck.
That's how it works. Okay, congratulations. So round one goes to Cindy. Oh my goodness.
There's a lot more strategy in this game than
There is.
initially appears.
There is. Okay. I can shuffle your.
There.
And then you can pick your starting point. If you want to start in the same spot or somewhere else.
Where do I want to go? Well, I think I'm going to start down here.
I'm gonna
Okay.
try starting in this corner over here.
Okay, here we go. 3 cards. And since you won the last game, you get to start, Cindy.
Okay. I think I'll do that. And we'll just play it safe for the moment.
Okay. So collaboration for people in bands seems to be like a really key part of what you need to do to be successful. Is there somebody that you haven't had the opportunity to collaborate with that you've just always really wanted to work with, or who's your dream person that you just think, oh, that would just be, I know that I would feel like I had made it if I got to collaborate with that person?
Oh, wow. You mean like regionally, locally, or just in general?
In general.
Just in general.
Oh, I would love to have been the percussionist, background vocalist for David Bowie. I saw him in
Yeah.
concert and I was practically levitating out of my seat with envy.
Yeah.
There's a job for me.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is,
Mhm.
that would have been the dream. Yeah. Yeah. How about you?
I think for me,
Mhm.
if I could like write a song or
Mhm.
collaborate on a song with Julian Casablancas from the
Mhm.
Strokes, that
Oh,
would be
nice.
unreal.
Oh,
That would be
wow.
so cool.
That would be really awesome.
They are definitely my biggest inspiration band, and
Yeah.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
everything about their music. It would be so cool
Mhm.
to work with him.
That would be really neat.
I even chased down the person who produced their first two albums, and I reached out to him about like working together.
Oh, wow.
And
Oh, wow.
he agreed to mix my most recent song.
Oh,
So that
Hey,
was
super
wow.
exciting.
cool for me.
So exciting.
Mhm.
Just on the edge of touching greatness there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so close.
So close, just about there. That is
Oh,
awesome.
that's exciting.
Mhm.
Is this recent now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was just a few weeks ago
Oh,
now.
hey,
Oh, wow.
excellent. Oh,
Mhm.
that's
And I'm
always
really
exciting.
excited with how it sounds now. I
Yeah.
can't wait to release it.
I would
Oh,
love to
good.
hear
I
it.
can't wait to hear it.
I think it'll be another month or two still.
Okay. I think it's your
But it's
turn.
almost there.
So exciting.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow. My goodness.
I can't believe that he agreed to work with me. It was just unreal. So cool.
Go there.
I've been telling everyone who will listen.
It's exciting. It is. Well done, you.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
is super exciting. Your turn.
Oh,
I always
I will go right there.
always love to hear new music and new people having an opportunity to present their music. It's exciting. It really is. It brings me back to those days,
Mhm.
when we first started out.
I feel like the music scene in Prince George has been pretty good lately too.
It
There's
has.
been a lot of emerging bands that seem to be doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really inspiring just to see so many people that I know like have even moderate or mild success making music.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really nice because for years there was kind of like everything was sort of dead,
Mhm.
local music scene. And I'm excited about seeing what's going on. It's
Mhm.
really wonderful.
It is. It's one of those excited things about Prince George.
Yeah.
I've said it before. I moved here in 2007. We had a 5-year plan. We were going to stay here for 5 years and
Oh,
then
you're part of that
move
club too.
somewhere else. But we fell in love with it. I've lived in lots of places all over Canada, and I've found very few regions or cities or communities where the arts community is so supportive of everyone, of each other. You
Mhm.
may be doing the exact same thing I am doing, but I'm going to support you 100% on your
Mhm.
endeavors, and you're going to support me. And I've really appreciated that really family feel of the art scene here, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to highlight it with this podcast.
Yeah, well, it's, you're absolutely right. And it has taken years for collectively for the community to come together and realize that, everybody should not be isolated pods all over town. But if we join forces
Mhm.
as a collective body, we can support and encourage each other. And that's how things grow,
Yeah.
Mhm.
big umbrella of arts.
Yes, that is for sure. Okay.
I'm passionate about that too.
Yeah. And I think it's your turn.
Okay. Let me see here. Well, that looks kind of cool. Why don't I do that? I'll go up. Oops, I'm moving things around.
That's okay.
Slippery fingers.
It's a non-permanent board.
I'm just gonna keep on rocking this way.
Oh my goodness, that's
Nice.
a pretty direct line you've
Okay.
got going on there.
I just don't want to get turned around.
Okay. Still safe. So, Cindy, as someone who has been a performer in Prince George for many years now, what advice would you have for a new young musician starting out with their career?
I would love to hear this.
Oh my goodness, that's a tall order. Be absolutely true to your music. That's number one. Because what we were doing was so different. It wasn't mainstream at all, but we just kept doing it.
Mhm.
And for every style of music that's out there, there is an audience. Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse.
Mhm.
The best advice I could give anybody who is also playing, have you got an opportunity to actually hear yourself while you're playing or like play it back? Can you record and listen to what you're doing?
Yes, yeah.
Um, one of the things that we did, and particularly when we were playing like, pretty important gigs where we needed to be good,
Yeah.
is that we would spend weeks just with the headphones on, rehearsing together, listening to the song, correcting our vocals, correcting anything that needed to be done. And we would do this for weeks on end before we ever hit the road. And it's the best advice I could give any musician that's playing live. Because you go from, because when you know this yourself, when you're singing, it's gone. And if you have no way of hearing that back, so that you don't really know how you sound, you know how you sound in your head.
Yeah, you
But
know how
when-
you think you sound.
You know exactly. And so when you are listening to a piece of music that you've done, after a while, it's like riding a bicycle. It's like when your tonal quality is there. When your notes are on, or everything that you're doing is collective and it's there.
For the thrilling conclusion, tune in to the next episode. Guest, Arkand Sean. Guest, Cindy Marcotte. Host, Sharon MacDermott. Voiceover, Christopher S. Wood. Producer, Sharon MacDermott. Directed and edited by Christopher S. Wood. Production assistant, Orrin Wood.
Meow.